Would you care for a cigar, dear madam?
I think that I would love a cigar.
Yes. Well, anyway, welcome, folks. I am Jonathan J.O. Owen.
And I am Kitty Kennedy.
And you have joined us at the Party Source Reviews. And this is the live stream. We are doing a poor man's Pappy flight, so hence the reason we are all nicely decorated and dressed up for it.
In our best velour.
Our best velour. Yes. It doesn't work very well that way, but when you go up, it works much
velvet.
Better.
I don't know.
Yes. All right. So anyway, welcome, guys. Thanks for joining us. In all seriousness, we are going to be diving into the world that is poor man's Pappy.
Which is about everything we can afford.
Yes. That way people can still know who I am. Yes. What you think?
I think you're official now.
Yes. So anyway, we're going to do the blind flight, but first let's kind of start with a little bit of a recap going on with all things of what we did to make the poor man happy. And so with that, our first one. What was our first poor man Pappy?
Our very first poor man Pappy, wasn't that what we made in the barrel?
The Van Winkle.
Oh, number one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
Number one, the Van Winkle. Then the Weller 12.
Yes.
Then it was the If You Want to Be My Pappy, which was our Weller 107 and our 12-year Weller, which is almost a crime to do that, isn't it? And then our 20-year Stew and Brew, which was the fun we had for 28 days of brewing our own in the little teeny weeny barrel.
Oh, yeah. And the Stew and Brew was put into a 1-liter barrel like this. Right there. And so it sat in that barrel for 28 days. We then drained it out and we put it into a bottle. Each one of these has a custom label. The 20-year Stew and Brew here is what we called that one right there. The 20-year Stew and Brew.
Now, this one was really confusing to both of us. This one we ultimately named the Impostor because it was larceny and maker's mark. And that, and of course the base products were, nothing of a Weller.
No, I mean, it's high weed like the Weller products. Right. But in the end, I mean, it was just like, it was kind of a contradiction because it had a wonderful nose that when it sat in the glass, it really opened up beautifully. And the Weller-esque started to show up. The high wheat in these were just very, very predominant. Plus, you have the overproofing of this. So it was very, very warm. But then we were cutting it with the larceny. And, both of these were available. And we kind of hoped they would rank a little bit higher. But the more it sat in our glass, the higher and better in quality it tended to get.
Sure.
So Kitty and I were both really, really impressed with it. But if you've seen the non-live stream, which that's why we are revisiting, is we want to see what it is like with after it sat in the glass, in the bottle, just opening up for a week. And so that is going to be something that I'm really curious about. And for all of you who are watching, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and sticking around. If you have an account, please give us a like. Get this video boosting up there. Hit that little thumbs up down there. It would mean a world. It would make me and Kitty both smile.
That's right. This is my very first live Whiskey Wednesday.
Yes, and normally it's Ugly J.O. Owen here just doing it by himself. He had to dress up because Kitty was in the house. Now, the other one that we are using is we are talking about, let's see here. This is a Stew and Brew, was the biggest one that everybody seems to know. This one, Kitty and I called, you want to give it the name?
If You Want to Be My Pappy.
If You Want to Be My Pappy here. This one is a lovely blend of 60% Weller, 107, and coming in at 40, 12-year-old Weller. On the blind flight, for me, my number one on the original blind flight was the Weller 12.
And that was my number 3.
That was your number 3. My number 2 was If You Want to Be My Pappy. Your number 2
was the same thing.
Stew and Brew.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Was
That
the
was
stew and brew
right.
was your number 2.
Mhm.
My number 3, her number 1 was the 12-year-old Van Winkle. My number 4 was the 20-year stew and brew, and her number 4 was the If You Want to Be My Pappy.
Right, and
And
last
both
but
of
not
us
least,
was the Impostor, which we did rather enjoy all of these.
right?
They were just really good, but the way we kind of felt about the Impostor is when you buy a really expensive watch, purse, wallet, you're buying a very expensive one. But you can sometimes go around the corner and buy an Impostor.
True.
So it was good. It fit the bill, but we knew it wasn't the same. And so we're really curious to see, hence the reason we called Impostor, to see if it actually does change the flavor profile a bit and open up here out there in the world as it is sat and oxidated for a more than a solid week in that bottle.
Well, and I think too is that the notes were so different that it was really easy to pick out the one that wasn't the same because the rest had Weller product in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one that we went in completely blind on those. We didn't taste, of course we've had the Weller 12 and the Van Winkle, but we went in completely blind and we're just like, it's kind of curious to see these poor man Pappy. And I honestly had really secretly hoped that Impostor would rate a little bit better, because that would be like the best kept secret, just to say, go down and buy you some larceny and some Maker's Mark, do this recipe, and you got a great little thing.
Half the battle is getting your hands on some of the products in the first place. You can't get Pappy.
I mean,
and even the Wellers, you're not going to be able to.
Can you justify, making a poor man's Pappy instead of just drinking the Weller 12? I mean, for me, I don't think so, but I really hope that this, when it does open up and start getting the this oxidation going here. But
I like the experimentation of it, but I also love the patience of waiting to find my bottle.
Oh goodness, yes.
You know what I mean? It's just like
the anticipation.
So that's just me. But I also love the blind flights we've been doing, because like we said on our initial review, you come in with a preconceived notion of what should be the notes, the palate, the finish, because of what the name that's on the bottle. And I love sometimes that we prove our palates wrong.
Yes. And so are you about ready to crack these out? And
I'm dehydrating over here.
All right. So we have them labeled underneath. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we're covering them with tape. And so they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will put the bottle in their perspective into the same, and then we will, one of us will step away, we'll shuffle, we'll mirror, and then we'll step away, and then the second person will come in. And normally we leave the room, but this is going to be the honor system because we're not going to leave the studio. So I'm going to grab the 12-year. I'm going to pour to the line down here so we can't say
that. Pour exactly the same. Everything's numbered the same, so that every level, so on each of the glasses, we have a line point so that there's nothing that gives it away.
If you have any questions, feel free to throw them out in that chat.
I think you got more in that one than me.
But it's just Van Winkle. It was the.
Just kidding.
I see what you're doing. You're just.
I just want more of the Van Winkle for myself.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, Weller 12 is going in.
Okay, let me pour me in. I'll let you, because I can't quite see that line, so I'll give that to you to do. Oh, well, we could always do that.
Yeah.
I lean back here.
Mm-hmm. All laid back in that purple jacket.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I should be doing some kind of crooning or whatnot. Okay, this is bottle number 3.
I like the jacket. Do you like the jacket?
I like the jacket, honestly. I really do.
We could not come into this live video without a little bit of flash. Just a little bit.
I mean, what can I say for how much I enjoy my coworker? I went out and I bought a nice velour smoking jacket to hang out.
He did that all himself.
Okay, so this is a 20-year stew and brew.
Stew and brew.
The idea of it's actually sitting in that barrel for 28 days is supposed to give it the essence of a 20-year-old Pappy Van Winkle. Now this one, it is honestly very simple to make. Mm-hmm. You can use Weller 107. If you're doing that, do 145 milliliters of 107. 155 milliliters of limestone water, and then rested for 28, 30 days. The angels drank about half of our barrel. I mean, half of this sucker here was drunk out whenever.
The angels were messed up.
Yes, they really like that one. And if you don't have the limestone water, can get your hands on the Weller 107. I'm going to really reiterate that it can be done with Weller 90 uncut.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
and so I'm kind of curious like to do that. But also, this was a single barrel experiment. I would love to do this with a couple of more barrels.
Comes that Impostor.
Yeah, I'm hoping this really improves. I really hope. It's like my darkest secret is I would love to see it get better. Okay, so Kitty, I am going to.
Would you like to go first?
Well,
Go
yeah,
first.
I will disappear. Let me take my cigar box and I will disappear.
All right. All right, I'm done, jail.
All right. Let me scoot in here. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to do that. Come on over here.
All right.
I think I messed it up too. I really do think I messed it up on a live stream.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Well.
Our experienced palate would be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about drinking. We do a lot of drinking and a lot of reviewing. But okay.
Ready?
Yeah. I'm just really concerned about that. So, okay.
All right, we're starting.
I was just going to, I'm right-handed, so I'm grabbing here. But if you want to grab here, yeah.
So, all right. All right. Oh, yeah. That's lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
So, let's see, when I did this the first time, my technique for me personally is I will go up and down the line with nose, quick nose. Oh, then you can find what is not like the rest. Oh, that's lovely right there, whatever that is. Because my nose is getting, acclimated. Then I'll come back up the line, take a little bit more. And this time I'll open my mouth when I do the nose. Wow.
I kind of like the nose on that one. Me, the trick I use is I do open my mouth, but as I'm nosing, I'll start at the brim of the glass and then I'll slowly bring my nose down while inhaling. That makes a huge difference and definitely changes the smell as you're enjoying it.
And I like to look at the colors, see if anything looks a little darker, because obviously we know that Weller 12 will be pulling a lot of color out of the barrels. 107, the Stew and Brew should have some nice rich colors just from the start product. Right? And then
the thing is, I could just honestly just sit here and sniff these all evening.
Okay, we got to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, but the deal is definitely, I need to taste it sometime.
True. The colors are awesome.
Definitely. Okay, that's your second.
Oops.
I'm liking what I'm
The
getting.
legs are great on all of these. And just you just know you have in store a creamy, buttery.
The more this one sits in the glass, the more spearmint I'm getting on this one now.
Minty.
Yeah, very, very spearmint heavy. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow your lead and taste as well.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is really nice. Definitely tons of spearmint. Oak Drive. Some of the classic blackberries on the back.
Dry on the front.
I do enjoy that. Man, that one is also very spearmint and peanut heavy. I do enjoy that.
Both of them have a very close finish. Back of the palate,
Yeah.
drying. You start to get that the oaky, maybe a little earthy on both of them, but the fruit holds on really strong. Both of these drank very similar. So, as I said,
without
I'm
a
always
doubt.
looking for what is not like the others.
Okay, I think on the nose, I think I know what this one is.
You too. Yeah, this one. And then it makes it then it's down to Weller products, which is like, what isn't like the others is the Impostor.
Yeah,
Thus the Impostor name.
yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I believe and I know that this one is the 20-year stew and brew because that had a flavor profile unlike any of the others. Kitty absolutely adored that one. That was a very close second for her. For me, I enjoyed it, but it was my second to last. It was just it's very mesquite driven. Yeah, all of these. There's not a stinker in this group. Don't get me wrong.
All of it's good product.
Okay, that's tasty. Yeah, that has opened up so much in the past week. When we first poured it directly from the barrel and then we tasted it. And there is, if this turns out not to be it, I'm going to be very shocked. And I don't have the proverbial egg to splash on my face, but I'm sure Kitty will happily throw some of that water on me. Do you need an eyedropper?
No.
Cut? Do you want to cut? Oh, you're just being very kind and giving me a glass to drink out of. Thank you.
Look, we brought these fancy glasses as well.
It always tastes better when it's out of a nice glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Tug my jacket here. But this and that signature spearmint is in there. I wasn't
and this
getting
is
there.
where we started to go off the rails last time in regards to what we had. I have in the 3 position, which we're both drinking right now, right?
Yeah.
This one has, it definitely is this. It's either the stew and brew or it's the Impostor, and that's because of that pulling that out of that little oak barrel. I mean, obviously, it's not as sophisticated as the cooperage that Weller is going into.
It's very drying on the palate. It's very, very good. Okay.
This one right here is really nice.
Oh gosh, yes, maraschino cherry.
This is smooth.
Maple. There's like maple
caramel,
and oak.
That's beautiful. All of the baking, baking spices. A maple syrup, not a maple sugar, but a maple syrup, creamy, buttery. You know which one I'm going to say this is?
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to say that is.
Okay, now, number 1 position here, butterscotch. Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm rethinking my 1-2 position here.
See, I'm not getting butterscotch on that one, so it makes me think I may have, I made a mistake, like I think I did, and when shuffling, and I didn't fully mirror you over there.
Which doesn't that make it a double blind?
Well, that means that when we start getting in there, we'll explain like, oh, that's why you didn't get. Okay, now I'm getting butterscotch on the end. It took that long for the butterscotch to show up for me, just for me to quit worrying. But okay.
This is very, very fragrant. Very fragrant. Similar fragrant.
This is, I swear it's gotten harder.
Oh no.
In this past week. They've been sitting in that bottle. They have totally changed.
Absolutely opened up.
All of them are incredible. They are all, they're definitely, if I was scoring on a 1 to 100, these would definitely be in the 90s. Yes. These are all very, very nice, considering, this is a home blend that we did.
Wow. Okay, that going forward. I'm baffled.
Oh, man.
This is why the blind tasting, because what we had experienced on the first go, this is completely different. They all taste so much better than we had.
That is Craft Beer Pours, who just joined us. Cheers, my good friend. Oh, that is all peanut shells.
Peanut shells.
Peanut shells.
Like a carnival.
Oh yeah, it literally.
Oh.
It's like I bought some fried peanuts. Have you ever had fried peanuts?
I have. No, boiled. I'm sorry.
Oh, the boiled is a completely
thing.
different animal.
Right.
But no, I'm a Southern
I've never
boy. But fried peanuts, man, crunchy. You just pop that whole shell and all in there. It's delightful. I'll bring you some to try.
That would be awesome. I'll bring you some boiled peanuts.
Oh, I know. I'm very familiar with boiled peanuts. Southern boy here.
I think that stew and brew is going to be a higher pick for me.
You think so? If that is it, okay. This is tough. I mean, I am gonna.
Are you narrowing in on it?
I am not narrowing it down at all.
I would like a little water. I'd say we should introduce a little water.
I can't do a cut and then make it appear, so I'm gonna step off camera.
Wow.
There is a fancy dancy eyedropper for you.
So introducing some water will change and open up the flavors, reintroduce a little hydration into it.
I'm going to narrow mine down a little bit before I start introducing some water.
Not me. I need more nose. Not that I need more nose, but I need more nose. Oh, wow.
That is damn good right there.
Wow. I'm having
if that one
my difficulty is that last time we did this, the imposter jumped out. And I'm not even getting the imposter is not easy to find in this. And that's a really good then is a good sign, because then I would be making that on a regular basis.
If this is something that I can pour and then let sit on my shelf for a week, by Jove, you can bet I'm going to be making this. I am going to, honestly, that 20-year stew and brew, if that's the one I think it is right here, that is actually going to be much higher on the list for me. Okay, I just caught a signature flavor of something that you said. I'm not going to say it, because if I do, I don't want you to go in there and think that is, I don't want you to rethink. But I think I just figured out what this one is. But I'm going to say that is really, really good.
Odd that I'm finding banana in something and knowing that there's not typical note in a Weller product of banana.
Yeah, this one, I mean, this is a lot of tie down. You realize we have been doing this, Kitty, for a straight 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Been just going back and forth on these.
Okay. I think that we should pick one that we think is the imposter.
What? Okay, rather than you want to try. Well, let me as of right now. Hang on, just a second. Solid banana, solid oak. I think that is very good, but this one has a banana quality that none of them do. So I'm going to bet this one is the imposter, which is unfortunately the one I seem to like the least. Good evening, Jeffrey. How are you?
Style and improve.
Yes. Kitty had me dress up for the evening. I thought with her coming in, I might as well dress up. Jeffrey Wack is a straight up great guy, regular on the channel.
I hope you have a glass in your hand. Cheers, Jeffrey.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and say, I think this one is the imposter.
All right, can I go with what pick I think is the imposter?
Which one you think is the imposter?
I think that this is the imposter in the three
position. The one in three position?
Yeah.
See, the one I think in my third position is the 20-year stew and brew. I'm just going to make sure here. I'm going to say that's a 20-year stew and brew.
And I know it's because of that young little oak. I smell that oak, but I don't know.
You don't know? So that's what you think?
I'm going to go with that.
You're going to go with that? That's a 20-year imposter. Okay.
No, I'm going, this is the imposter.
That is the imposter. The imposter is number 5. That one is the Maker's Mark and the cast strength bourbon in this one. Cast strength. The cast strength, Maker's Mark, and Larceny in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly, before I unveil any of these, I just kind of want to say, guys, so you want to know which one we think is the best right now? Which one is your favorite? Because this is really hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, these are all fantastic. This one has a flavor in it where, for me, I think it is going to be, right now, if I was going to go this way, I'm going to say 1.
Me too.
2, and dude, this is really hard. 2, I like this one too. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna say 3, 4, 5. They have all gotten better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about you?
All right. I'm going to.
Oh. Cheers, sipping on Butterscotch Bomb MGP right now. Nice.
Okay. I concur.
1, and
2,
then 2. And then you're going
3.
all the way to 3. So you're labeling like me.
Oh.
You've done exactly the same as me.
4,
4,
5.
See, I'm going 4, 5.
Well, I thought that middle position was you were liking that you think that's
this one is
stew and brew.
That is a stew and brew. I think this it's 4. I think it has just improved so much. I think this one is the Impostor. Are you ready? Find out which one is the Impostor.
Which one are we going to unveil? I say this is the Impostor.
I say this is the Impostor.
Okay, so in my 3 position, so we're looking for 5 on this, huh?
Okay, I say on that one is going to be the 20-year stew and brew, so that's going to be a number 4.
Oh, you're right.
It is a 4?
It
is a 5.
Damn it.
I don't normally beat you.
Uh-huh.
Kitty has one heck of an awesome palate. And let's see, we got the Whiskey Friend. Sup, my friend? Whiskey Friend is from Europe, if that is, and he tunes in to hang out with us. We're doing some Poor Man Pappy blind flight.
Where are you from in Europe? I lived in Germany for 3 years.
You just got back from Europe, didn't you?
I did. I just went to Italy.
Nice jacket.
I should have I'm wearing velvet.
She is. She's wearing a nice one.
I should have wore a more distinct color.
Okay,
nice.
So that one is my last one. What was that one? That was your second to last one. So this one slowly moved up.
This was my last one.
So that your second place has actually moved down.
Yes.
And okay, you did that, and that was here. That is the number 4, which is 20-year stew and brew for me. That has stayed the same.
In all of these,
but the flavor profiles have just opened up so much. The fact that the Impostor tricked you.
This is the Impostor for you?
Yes.
Okay.
The Impostor is in, if we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, it is in 4th position,
right.
Which it is my last, and it is your second to last now?
No.
Okay. So in position number 1 for both of us.
This is number 1.
Position number 2. And tell you what, I'm just going to rearrange them here to where they're
I'm going to go 1, 2.
Here, put them in order then. Put them in order. Yeah, just 1, go. Okay. Yeah, so this is 1. This is 2.
2.
This is my 3rd.
3. 4. And this was 5. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this was the Impostor, but not that I thought it was bad.
No, you're not making a wrong decision here. Okay, here, Jeffrey Rack says, so you're replacing that someone video from last week. Oh, did those blondes. Okay, that was the blonde who did it last week was my friend from Whiskey is My Yoga. She's a great, I'm going to try to get her to tune in one time when Kitty is with me. I want Kitty to become a regular on this because I know she'll bring in a lot more viewers because it's just not looking at me. And
well,
Kitty,
now with that jacket, I think everybody will show up, don't you?
Yeah. Let's see here. Sounds like they did. And let's see here. Loving the black. Let's see here. Blockweed. Is this your?
So Jeffrey Wack, yes, these have opened up and are completely baffling and new now, because I just picked the Weller products, which was the Stew and Brew, which was number 4 for us, which is the Weller 107 and the Weller 12. And I put it in the 4 position. What?
I can't quite read over there, so I'm going to pull it up here so I can actually read what's going on.
And it's delicious. There's the thing. It's every one of these are really good now.
They are incredibly good here. So,
and then loving
loving the black jacket. Is that your daughter's? Is that your daughter's? No, I do not have a daughter. Let's see here. J.O., you need glasses. I do, especially considering that little screen way over there.
I can see perfectly. Of course, I'm his daughter. I can see that far.
Okay. Now let's say here. Okay, so let's...
Four positions down for me.
4 position, yeah. Okay, so let's... I'm really curious. Let's find out what our number 1 is.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness, these are so close. These are like 1, 2, 3.
I'm about to die here. I think number 1 is amazing.
Yeah.
I am gonna bet.
All right, I feel I'm solid. You want to go for the 1 position and see what we got?
I'm gonna step out from because I caught something on this. For all of you who watched the review, you said a key word last time. You said vinyl.
Yes.
I got some vinyl on this one. But I was already, when I was just sitting down and savoring every flavor on it. So I think this one is the If You Want to Be My Pappy. But it is in my number 1 position. And if it turns out to be a Weller 12, it turns out to be a 12-year, or if it just turns out to even be something else, it's delicious. Okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to unveil.
Your 1 position.
It is the Weller 12.
Oh, here, I moved mine.
Weller 12 was in my number 1. I did not see that.
Isn't that what you did last time?
That's what I got last time. But I was thinking because I didn't get vinyl on it last time.
I'm pretty sure that's a note that people would not want to hear.
No, I didn't really want to use it, especially on a live stream.
It wasn't petrol. You know, so sometimes you get a little petrol taste, and I like that.
I'm sorry. The drunken one says, I had to put my fingers in the ear because that jacket is so loud. Hey, if my friends at Craft Beer Pours could dress up, I could do it when a lady gets on my channel. No. That's absolutely funny, right. Drunken one. That is hilarious.
And now you go back to 4. Here's the thing. When it unveils itself, then all of a sudden you go, oh, yeah, now I smell this and this and this. Okay, so you did your 1 position.
I absolutely love this number 2 as well. Yeah. But number 1, what is your number 1? Want me to get it?
I have these long nails because I was going to be on my... Can't function.
I have my stubby ones. Oh goodness, this is just stiff. You have in your number 1 position. You have number 1. You got the Van Winkle again as your number 1. So we are 1 and 1. We have our flavor profiles have stayed the same. For the Weller 12 is still my pick, number 1, and the Van Winkle 12 is your number 1. The only one that has changed so far is
I'm not going to move off of this glass for a while. I'm just saying.
That is a good thought. I mean, it's gorgeous. Okay, right, my number 2.
Right,
my number 2 is and number 3.
What was that?
That is If You Want to Be My Pappy, which was again my second one. Is that going to be the Weller 12 for you?
Well, I'm pulling the 2 off.
Uh-oh. Both tapes coming off.
Of them, yeah.
Number 2.
Right.
Weller 12 is your second. They changed place on you.
Wow.
So let's see here. That was originally you were the 12-year. You were then the 20-year Stew and Brew.
I had Van Winkle first.
12-year. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Then the Stew and Brew, which moved way down.
Down for you, yeah.
And Weller was in the 3 position. So that did move up.
That means that
I'm in the 3 position now.
Number 1 is still my 3 position. Okay. So nothing has changed for me. Everything is exactly the same.
Oh my God, my 3 is the Impostor. I have
holy cow!
My palate is a hot mess today. Well, no, 1, 2 is good. What happened there? which means My last one is, oh my goodness.
Is If You Want to Be My Pappy, which that was your fourth one last time. That was your number 4.
Wow,
I want to
both of
hit
those
these
went
with
down.
a bit of water. Like sipping bourbon while shopping for LPs at Shake It Records. Like the sound of that, strange as it seems. Oh, goodness. Some of my happiest memories.
See how that vinyl rubbed off on all of you?
Yep, well,
Vinyl
I've got
everywhere.
this jacket here. I should be listening to some nice smooth jazz or some Barry Manilow.
Here, let me top that off for you.
All right, I am definitely going.
Hydration is key.
I'm going to hit these all with 1 dash of water, and I'm going to work down the line, seeing how they've changed.
Everybody likes a good vinyl in their nose.
You're the one who started that.
I'm sorry, it's vinyl.
Considering how many crazy esoteric things I have said on this channel, but God, how many reviews have I done? Well over 1,000 reviews. I mean, not including the ones that have been deleted and whatnot. That includes crazy. Like the beer and the beer, cigars, candies. I have never once described anything as vinyl before until Kitty comes onto the channel.
Well, and I have to say is like I'm not a new bourbon drinker, but the just complete kaleidoscope of bourbons that I've been exposed to since we've been doing this is great. I mean, like it really helps you find your way to something that you never thought you'd try before. I mean, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. That is incredible with a splash of water. That number 1, which is the Van Winkle 12.
This is an oddity to me. 5 has the Impostor. It does not have a Weller product in it. Is delicious. I'm loving it.
Favorite J.O. quote: "It's like chewing on driftwood." Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm willing to give this a go at home because we can get these bottles.
You certainly can.
I'm willing to give this a go. I mean, not that I think it is Pappy like, but the fact that it sits in a 1, 2, 3 for me now.
Yeah, I mean, it's shot straight up, and the quality of it. It still stayed in my 5th position, but for me, it just opened up so much that, I mean, I seriously considered actually moving number 4, which is a 20-year stew and brew, down, but just something about that stew and brew really and truly opened up like I wouldn't believe.
Something about it.
Wow. With a splash of water in that stew and brew, brings that mesquite flavor down, brings up a level of beautiful char. Oh, and just a freebie here. I'll be right back. I'm back.
Oh, guess who's back?
Look at what I got here, Kitty. This is something that I did. You guys can't see it, but there's actual chunks of. Well, you can see it. You see that?
Oh, this is our
that
barrel.
Is a chunk of the barrel. After I had all this poor man Pappy sitting in that barrel, I filled it with water, and then I let it sit for a while. So now this was a trick I actually learned that Jim Beam used to do. This is where the idea of the Devil's Cut came from. The boys would put water in the old bourbon barrels, let it sit a little bit, and then they go and drink it. As you can see, compared to basic water, it's more golden. I don't know if that's coming out on the camera there.
It smells delicious.
But man, does it have a nose. I mean, we're drinking water that sat in a used bourbon barrel. So it is going to have an alcohol level
market
to it.
For this? I mean, couldn't we technically, because the alcohol content would be like 0.0001. Couldn't we just bottle this and sell this like regular water bottles? I mean, imagine this.
Bourbon flavored barreled water.
I think that's a great idea.
So
hey, now if somebody takes that idea and runs with it, don't forget us.
Please don't.
Purple jacket guy and black velour girl.
Do I need to grab top hat guy's top hat? It is so dry and refreshing, but yet you're getting that maple and vanilla of the bourbon. I mean, guys, I highly recommend it. If next time you do a home experiment with a barrel, put some water in there. Just let it sit for like
don't waste
24 to
don't
48
waste.
hours. Yeah. and then just enjoy.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That is good. Okay.
Okay, that was a surprise.
What? Just that bourbon
No, I
water?
mean this is a surprise, and
The bourbon water?
I'm not being flip about this being a great idea for a, I mean, a water.
No.
As long as if there's no alcohol content, I got to believe there's maybe a little bit, but probably fun.
That has a ton of banana.
All right, we're back to our glasses.
Oh gosh, yes.
Let's see what happens here.
Wow, that has improved. That 20-year Stone Brew has improved so much with a splash of water.
All right, so right now we are in the order of our picks. So mine is still number one. What?
Number
Van
one is
Winkle.
still my number 3, which is the 12-year Van Winkle.
Delightful.
Nobody's made a comment about that beautiful decanter. They can't get their eyes off my jacket.
I know. Look at that.
A beautiful decanter that you brought in.
Trying to class up the situation.
Oh yeah, we got class coming out the ass. So.
All right, number 2. Okay, and I gotta tell you, like these could change order now that we introduce even more water.
I know. I'm kind of tempted to cover them up and reshuffle them. You want to do that? We just don't. No. Okay.
All right, this Weller 12 is great.
Oh, I'm curious.
Jeffrey
Wack is curious about your decanter there.
Oh, this is an Art Deco decanter set, and it is. Oh my goodness, I forgot the brand. Here, I'll slide right over here.
She's going to slide off the camera now. Yeah, the beauty is you still get like little chunks of the wood from the barrel in there. That is wonderful.
Maketh the man, but I struck through it and I made maketh the woman. So yeah, this is maketh the man. This is a wonderful gift for yourself or any bourbon enthusiast. So it's like we put some delightful. This is a bonus drink for us today. So we put a beautiful pour in there, and we're gonna have a little bit when we wrap this up.
Okay. Well, it seems that time goes by so quickly. It's 8:45 already. My goodness gracious. Ken Moore. This is Sears. Kitty Cat needs to bring home some right pairing for the Montgomery Inn ribs and chicken I sent home for her. That's your husband, isn't it?
No, that's his friend, Ken. Ken. Hey, Ken. Thanks for checking in. I know you guys are having dinner. And I'm pretty sure on the in the bourbon collection at home, there's something on the counter. So if you want to drive on down to the house, there's quite a variety there for you to choose from that will pair up nicely with ribs and chicken. Thanks for touching base.
Okay, that is gorgeous. I know that is the Van Winkle, but with a splash of water in there, that is just a citrus cherry vanilla bomb with chocolate bomb. Boom. Oh, that is beautiful.
You ever sit there and think about, all right, as you go along and you take a look at what you really like, is because they were all the equal pour. So my number one's almost gone. My mind, I've not been sipping on the Weller for me. I've been going after my Impostor. And the last one has been
the number 3, which was that was If You Want to Be My Pappy.
Oh, that's right.
If you can look, all of mine are about the same, except for the Weller 12 is the most drunk, which was my favorite. And since I put the water in there, the Pappy Van Jr. that the 12-year Van Winkle has really been drunk a bit, and I've been kind of ignoring the.
I've been more motivated.
If You Want to Be My Pappy. Okay, TK says, "Sweet jacket, Jo. Kitty, you always bring it." Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers. I'll drink to that. Kitty does bring the charm to this channel. I can't thank you so much for joining us. Awesome addition. I had to get rid of that ugly Marty,
I love Marty.
Oh, I love Marty too. But
he's got good technique of getting things off the table.
He makes fun of me so easily. I do miss getting picked on. It's like Stockholm syndrome,
But would you like me to sub in?
You can start being mean.
Time out. I'll sub in. I can't. You're adorable. I mean, the fact that you're wearing a purple jacket. I mean, seriously.
Okay,
It's good.
changing channels a bit.
Would you change your order now?
Yes, I would.
Me too.
I totally would. With a splash of water, the Van Winkle 12 without a doubt. The Weller 12 second. This one has the 3, which is, if you want to be, has fallen straight down.
Mhm.
This has become a vanilla banana. Yeah. Impostor staying the same. If you want to be my Pappy, which is the 12-year 107 blend, has moved to number 4. The 20-year Stew and Brew has gone to number 3. The Van Winkle 12 has moved straight up, and the 12-year has moved into my number 2.
I'm staying here. I'm moving number 3. Close second, and I tell you that 4 just keeps staying not where I want it to be. I just weird. This is the vinyl for me.
Number 4, which was the 20-year Stew and Brew. That
Which
one
should
was,
not be.
That
I mean,
was
why would a 107 and a 12 create vinyl? That
No,
just
that's the number 4. That's number 4. No,
Oh.
The one that is the 12 and the 107 is the number 3.
Okay, that moved up.
That moved up.
Oh, that moved up. Yeah.
Yeah. See, honestly, the Stew and Brew moved up to me.
Impostor stays. Like the Impostor.
Really like that. Oh, the whiskey friend says it's 1:45 here, and I completely missed that. I'm sorry, whiskey friend. So he always he unfortunately. Oh, let's see here. And Jack Sax drummer hire, the vinyl violet velour incident.
Okay, you must be a musician, right? Because that is a great title for a song.
That really
Vinyl violet velour incident.
The vinyl violet velour incident. She walked into my house and she walked out with my heart. Going a little country there.
I don't think that was country.
Yeah, it was it was more with that country of, you know, she done left and I'm brokenhearted kind of thing. But okay, but honestly, I'm gonna top. You want some more of this water? I'm gonna top this off. This is
the bourbon water.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
So for anybody who tuned in,
here.
we took that barrel that's had all the that poor man Pappy sitting in there. We filled it with water and we let it sit for about 48 hours. As you can see, there's some floaties in there that came out of the barrel. But honestly, the water is brown and it tastes delicious. It is. I mean, if it had, I would love to just freeze this as ice cubes.
I mean, that's a really good idea. I'd like to put it in my water bottle when I do exercises.
It has to be at least
I'm out there
maybe like 2%
and be like, oh, I think
alcohol.
that's some bourbon water I'd like to throw down.
If not like a Saison level alcohol or something, you know, or a session. So it's got to be really low, but this is delicious.
Do you think it has anything to do with these great glasses?
I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. This is like the hidden gem for the evening here. Okay, and Jeffrey X says, while it is not lot B or bottom barrel water, I'm cracking open new Riff's party source pick I grabbed today. Oh, honey! Exclamation point. Cheers. Yes. That is a delicious bottle.
It is.
Now, did anybody in the chat get their chance to try to get their hands on one of our Buffalo Trace single barrels?
I got it.
I thought I had one behind us, but it was here it is. This is outstanding. The Barrel 90.
Great.
I'm gonna grab. You haven't gotten a chance to try that. I'm gonna grab you a glass so you can try that.
And so back the new Riff just did a barrel selection there, and I tell you, the experience was unbelievable. They top notch, and it's in our, if you're in our area here in Greater Cincinnati, I highly recommend heading over there. They're doing some really interesting things. This could.
Okay, now we just had Spade ask me. Spade is asking, when is the Weller Foolproof hitting the shelves? I don't know, buddy.
I asked the same question.
She asked first thing.
And the BTAC.
And I can tell you the BTAC isn't going to hit probably until November. But
end of June is what the word is out in the word on the street is end of June that the Foolproof is coming out.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. It's like they advertise that they shipped it, but people always think that when they ship that it's going to show up immediately. Unfortunately, it does not. It has to. That's just when it's leaving them and going to the warehouses, which then distribute it. What do you think of that?
This is unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay, this is a this would be a recommendation for. I mean, this has to be in your collection.
Yeah, that barrel 90. A lot of my friends and longtime watchers of the channel will actually coming in asking, is there any 90 left? Because apparently the bourbon clubs and the social media is just lit up about this barrel 90. It is a fantastic, fantastic bottle. I mean, just that nose is so gorgeous.
Yeah, this is like in my collection, I always have, because when my friends come over, they're not all bourbon drinkers. And one of the things I love to do is to introduce bourbon to people who think that they're never going to like it. This would be this right here. The way it's so smooth. It's there's limited heat. I mean, it's creamy, buttery, smooth all the way down, and the flavors are from the front all the way to the finish. Like I'm exhaling. And I can taste all the notes. It's
I mean, if you could retrohale a bourbon, I would do this one because it is just lovely. And it's just such
the smallest pour I've ever got.
You want us some? Here, I'll get you some more.
Let's see how a little bit of this one. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, but yeah, that's just that Weller. That's just that barrel 90. The second barrel was 94, which was good, but that 90 was just so incredible.
Well, and I think that what's nice about it too is because the proof is lower, I think that helps with more people trying to experience it. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Spade is throwing in saying that he hits local stores wanting to see the bottle, and today he picked up a George Dickel bottle in Bond and Booker Shiny Barrel.
Wow.
In which I've heard good things about the Shiny.
Spade,
I have heard good
what do you
things
think?
about that.
What is your have you already poured it? And I'm assuming what's your take on them, both of them?
Yeah, I would love to know that. And while we're waiting on that, Scotch Test Dummies did the 13-year-old Dickel. Scott enjoyed it. Bart did not. But it's $34, and I definitely want to see if I can get my hands on one of those. That's a great price. Yeah, and it's like, oh God, and I just found out today, guys. You heard it through here. Weller 107 and Weller 90 are going away for the 175 milliliter.
Wow.
Yes, and Buffalo Trace has decided to double their prices.
Notice the
yes, I saw that on the camera. Your eyes, and you quit drinking. I was not happy, but people have been saying, why don't they do that? I mean, the last time when I started in liquor, almost 10 years ago, Weller 90 was $15. Weller 107 was $19.99. Almost a full year later, let's see here. It was still the same. Before the Party Source expansion, about 4 years, it was $19 for the 90 and $25 for the 107. Let's see here. Jeffrey Wax says, waiting to open the Bookers this weekend when my brother comes into town. My father is currently sipping on Dickel and seems to be enjoying it. I will, message retracted. Okay. So let's see here. Yes, Spade gave us some very worried emojis.
Worried?
Yeah, those are big bug-eyed emojis.
It's Whack.
Jeffrey Whack. Sorry, Jeffrey Whack. Who'd I say?
Spade.
Oh, sorry, Jeffrey Spade. I married those names together.
What's that mean? Big-eyed. Oh, mine.
Oh, it just, yeah,
exactly. You saw mine too. Oh, yeah, yes.
And then, and now it's like $29 for the 107 and $25 for the 90. And now it is going to be like $50 friggin' dollars. And that is, I don't know what it's going to be like over in Ohio, but I just found that out today. And I don't want you guys to think that we're out there trying to gouge you. This is, man, it was something I was not happy about. And, you know, Buffalo Trace is right now the biggest name in anything bourbon. And so that is just one of them in which I hate to say it, but
exclusivity.
They're clean. Yeah, that they can set their own market. They can set their own demand.
And those of us who enjoy their products.
Okay, he said I'll be stocking up on Buffalo Trace products now that after I've heard that. Not to be a jerk, but best of luck to you, man. Good luck. I hope you can find a lot of it that you can stock up on, because I don't know if I don't think this is jumping up in price.
When I moved that, like because so I've been drinking this, and it's interesting. Initial pour.
That is just straight vanilla now. I'm so sorry.
Smooth. Second.
This one here?
Yeah, second. Now I'm getting a little bit of burn, which I love. I love rye. I like a rye fit. I mean, so the burn is a little more heat is there as well, which is interesting how it develops. I have moved this for me in front of my Van Winkle.
Nice. That is actually your favorite right now. Okay, Richie Z is saying, greetings, Jo, and lovely lady and whiskey friends. Spade says there's a local Texas store that usually has a case of it. That's right, Spade. You're not local, are you? You're a Texan. Weller, god dang fat fingers. Okay. Oh man. But no, that I knew you would love that bottle.
Yeah, that was
for me. I just love how a splash of water and it just everything got rearranged. As you can see, this I'm killing that Van Winkle 12 now.
I've killed almost all of mine.
And 2 glasses of that.
Apparently.
Now, the one thing I'm going to brag about your beautiful decanter here is I want to show off. It is a full custom cut glass cork that is so. If anything ever happens, you're never going to get another replacement because that's a custom cut there. But that is just a beautiful little thing that Kitty brought in there.
Glass it up.
Yeah, definitely classing.
Look what's happening here for me. Like here, I don't know what's going on here though.
Which one is that? That's your number 2?
That's my Weller.
Yeah, that's the Weller 12.
And I like it.
That has moved down a bit.
But I think that my uncertainty on the others made me consume more.
Yeah, you texted me, Jo. Let's see. Okay, Richie Z says, Jo, does the party source get Buffalo Trace store picks? We just had 2 last week. They've come and gone. God, that Weller 12 is just outstanding. Let's see here. So wait. What is the decanter suspended in the building? Suspended is building? Suspense is building. What's in the decanter? He wants to know.
Oh, what is in the decanter?
What is in the decanter? Hang on.
What did we pour in there? Something remarkable. You're going to want to stick around for this. Think of pour. Do you think it's Pappy 23? No.
It's not Pappy 23.
No, ever.
Let's see.
That's why we're making all these make-believe Pappy.
Oh, do you ship? Richie, we do. We ship cigars, all of our glassware. We cannot ship alcohol. Okay. Malty goodness. Chocolatey malty goodness.
Is it a chocolate malt or is it malty chocolatey?
It also kind of has a little bit of a green going there.
Green tea.
Great, good call. Green tea.
Wow, green tea, unbelievable green tea. We
got Backwoods Craft Billy. Hey, dude, that comment you gave was amazing. He tuned into one of our cigars, and I made a comment about this. Is it weird that I'm getting this?
Hey, Billy.
And yeah,
hey, Billy.
Oh, he's
he's chatting you up.
But he is just
wow.
He gave this expression, was an amazing breakdown of it. But anyway, I love that comment. But unfortunately, all of you in the chat, I have very, very sad news. YouTube has announced that they are going to demonetize anybody who is doing cigar reviews. So every one of my cigar reviews up on this channel, over 150 reviews, were deleted this afternoon by myself because YouTube said you're not going to get paid. And then it came out that they might demonetize our whole channel. So I'm going to be creating next week a second channel. The name is not set. That is going to be doing reviews of nothing but cigars. And so it was a very sad day. And it was, I mean, 150,
get in there.
150 plus reviews of cigars to save our channel so I could still get paid. And it was just really, I mean, as you can see, I'm upset about that. I freaking worked hard on those videos for 3+ years. Okay, we got, damn it, man. Let's see here. How to know what I had to remember that information. It was, you know, I imagine I'll get angry later. I was in that shock and numb as I was deleting them, but it was just like, most of it was like, I got to protect the channel. And I did download a lot of them, but I got them out as quick as possible because there are these channels that do nothing but cigars that are just uproaring about this. Yeah, no, they're definitely not doing themselves any favors. But, you know, I can say, Kitty and I can sit here and we can drink whiskey all day long, but if we fire up a cigar, we're boned.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So anyway, what is this? It's green. It's young smelling.
It's young. It's green, but not unfortunate.
It's
very good.
It is the Woodford malt. We were thinking we wanted something to fill that decanter. And so we filled it up with, I had an extra bottle of the Woodford Kentucky Straight Malt Whiskey, which is a wonderful chocolate flavor.
It's really good.
So hopefully that takes care of that suspense and gets you all worked out.
That's us, building suspense.
So, boy, a ton of bananas popping up, a green banana popping up on the palate after that sip.
That's a really good word, green banana, because it gives that
potassium.
Well, that roughage.
Yeah.
That palate roughage.
Yeah.
When you eat a green banana,
green bananas are very coarse and they stick around on your palate. So we were thinking when we do name the channel, it is going to be something akin to, J.O. said, J.O., I've never seen that malt. And technically, drinking is not allowed on YouTube. They just don't enforce it, especially with reviews. Okay, I did not know that. So I wonder if they're going to crack down on that.
I hope they don't.
Yeah, but yeah. If not, you know, we'll see a lot of YouTubers jumping off the channel. You know, I'm doing it because I love it. And the ultimate idea is I want to teach you guys. I want Kitty wants to teach you. We want to show you fun things.
And I learned so much from J.O. And I learn every time I do a review and the feedback. This is my first time live, which I like this. This is fun.
It's fun, isn't it?
And you know, I mean, but it is an exploration of your palate. I mean, I hope that what we do here inspires other people to drink more bourbon.
How do you review without drinking? You don't.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, what's next? I mean, are they going to say like you can't no reviewing fast food because it is fatty, not good for you? I mean,
well, and we're doing something new too. It's just the
okay, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, you go ahead and finish what you're saying.
No, we're doing something new as well because I think the blind tastings have such honesty to them. And, you know, so the packaging, the name, the brand does not make a preconceived notion. So we're doing something new. And that is that we're going to be doing the blind, sneak peek, the blind whiskey mashup. And in there are 10 different whiskey bourbons that we have already had, but we've hidden them and we're going to do a review. Yeah.
There's like 10 different ones in here. We're always going to have 10 in there. And as you can see, they are very identical in shape.
We just grab it too.
And
be like,
they are all whiskeys that we have drunk and enjoyed or did not enjoy. And so we are going to try and do this like once a month. We're going to do two at a time. She's going to drink one. I'm going to drink one. And then we're going to swap. And we're just the idea isn't to try to guess. It's just think, you know, do I like this? Does this hold up?
Right.
Is this one I'd keep on the shelf? Is this too hot to drink? Does it need water? And that's just the idea. Is it's just a blind whiskey mashup. So
well, in the first one we did, which was
look
just,
for one
you
of
know,
those
just,
in like 2 weeks.
right. The first one we did, it's interesting how predictable a mash bill can be.
Oh yeah, we were able to.
Boom, we both
yeah.
nailed it.
We knew it
Yeah.
right away, and I was off on one, but Kitty is 2 for 2. I'm 1 for 2, but she nailed it right away
But
as
this
to what it
became a
was.
hot mess for me. Yeah.
And so yeah, it was you know, definitely it's, you know, gloating rights, but you know, Kitty is a delight to work with, and we, you know, I enjoy all the time I do with this. But okay, so anyway, but I'm gonna throw in what let's see here. Backwoods Billy says, let me see here. Don't laugh. Okay, just a
Wine
second.
tastings are so fun. I know.
Let's see. He says, you could have left the videos up. They just are not willing to pay you for those. That is true. They weren't willing to pay me for those, but it was also the looming threat that my entire channel would become unmonetized.
Right.
And so we're just going to start a whole new separate channel. So look for that in the next week or two. Next week, Nick is going to be in Vegas. Right. So that is going to be a the cigar event down there. Yeah, the Cigar Aficionado, which I really wished I was going to be able to go, but I know I'm not going to be.
It's extraordinary, that event.
Oh goodness, yeah. Okay, so now also let's see here. Check with YouTube. Let's see here. Let's stop. Trying to get this thing to cooperate here. You could have left the videos up. Check with YouTube. Don't laugh. You could be next. New York banned the large size soft drinks, and you could have to pay extra tax on soda. Wow.
Thank goodness we're not introducing any sodas to our bourbon right now.
Blind tastings are so fun, both to do yourself and to watch.
Right.
When you have an average palate like mine, the results are always a surprise. Are these going to be done blind? Yes, Richie, we are doing these blind. And so I'm just going to show you. I'm going to grab one at random, and it's going to get mixed up in there. But as you can see, it's got a double taping. So
what is that one?
That is actually Weller Special Reserve.
Yeah.
And so when we pull that tape off, we're going to be able to see that, yes, that is a Weller Special Reserve. But until then, we have no idea. It's going to get put back in this box, going to get shuffled up. And over the next month, we're going to try and do like one of those a month. So now I have this extra day on our channel, which was dedicated for cigars, which is now going to be something completely different. I'm kind of curious to see, you know, am I going to bring back the make me a drink section? People have been asking for that because those cocktails were always fun. And those I can always I can do like 30 of those like in one sitting. But those are fun to do. But honestly, the best find of the evening besides this and how much they've changed was Kitty and I took water. We put it in this barrel. We let it sit for 48 hours. We then drained it out. As you can see, there's floaters in there.
Right.
And we have been drinking this water all evening. Oh, there you go. You got a big old char chunk.
I have the chunk. This is not like if you're drinking tequila, this is not like drinking the worm. But I mean, if I drink a little barrel chunk char,
it's like drinking a dry vanilla. It is so tasty.
I gotta tell you, it's worth the. I'm going to get. What was the barrel? What was the barrel brand?
That is Redhead Barrels. I bought it through Amazon.
So if this is something that you want to duplicate, that's a great barrel, and this is where we poured this from. I would duplicate that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we just let our bourbon sit in there, and then once we poured the bourbon out, you want to keep
empty.
Hey, mine are nice and controlled.
What happened on my side of the table?
I don't know. My side should be weighing down a little bit more. Yours should be airing up. I hate to. This has been a blast just hanging out with you, Kitty. But we're going to have to go ahead and see about signing off. It is past time for us to go. It has been wonderful, guys. Cheers and thank you. Join us next week. I hope Kitty is going to be back. But next week, Bourbon Insane is going to be joining me joining me on the live stream. So I hope you come in and join us, Kitty. If not, look for Bourbon Insane. He's a great guy and a lot of fun. And I'm hoping this is going to be fun between us two. Okay, now real quick.
Jeffrey Wack, J.O., can I try the bourbon water at the education table?
I'll put some in a bottle for you, buddy. I just won't drink this because I just poured out the last of it. You know, I'll tell you what. Here we go. Look here. Here you go. Here you go. There you go.
For you, Jeffrey. Look what we do for you. Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
You're going to want to
There's
taste this.
that bourbon water.
it's crazy
sealed
good.
up. Awesome bourbon insane. Yes. God, caught me some of that live. Glad I caught me some of this live. This has been a blast. We need to do more of this. Kitty, let's get that cheers. I'm going to grab the one I really like here. I'm not going to grab that
All the
one
ones
there.
I really like are empty.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go in for this one.
Cheers.
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 And cheers.
Cheers, guys.
To all of you.
As I love to close it out, cheers, Kitty and J.O. Drink what you like what you drink, and as always, have fun, guys. It's awesome hanging with you.